Midnight drips from rooftops like forgotten time. The street is empty, but the rain carries voices, soft, broken echoes calling through puddles that never end. In the downpour's heartbeat, I wait at the old crossroads. They said a girl appears to lonely souls when the rain forgets to stop. My umbrella broke hours ago. The rain keeps whispering my name, each drop slower, heavier, like someone else is breathing through it. A flicker of red behind me. The air tightens, the rain goes silent. Then a voice, soft, wet, and smiling. "You look cold." She stands beneath the red umbrella, hair black as ink, eyes hollow moons. One eye shines crimson, the other hides midnight itself. "Share my umbrella," she whispers. I take a step forward. The rain erases my reflection from every puddle, but hers remains smiling wider. The red light stains the world. Every raindrop trembles like it fears to fall. Beneath her umbrella, the storm has a heartbeat, slow, steady, waiting for mine to match. She tilts her head slightly, studying me like a reflection she almost recognizes. Her lips move without sound, yet my name echoes behind my eyes. A whisper seeps through the rain. "I waited where you left me." My breath fogs. Her reflection in the puddle moves before she does. The rain around us bends inward, wrapping like a curtain. The street disappears, replaced by rippling red water stretching into nowhere. Her hand rises, cold and trembling, but gentle. "You forgot your promise," she says. Her voice ripples through the rain like an echo trapped in glass. When I reach for her hand, the air collapses into silence. My reflection stands behind her now, smiling, holding the umbrella as she fades into rain. The world around me dissolves into shifting watercolors. Every memory I've tried to forget drips down the walls of the street, forming shapes that breathe and blink. Her footsteps leave no ripples, no sound, but mine echo behind me, repeating a half-second late, like someone else is wearing my skin and learning how to walk. "Do you remember?" she asks. Her umbrella tilts, and inside its paper, raindrops crawl upward instead of falling, returning to a storm long dead. My chest tightens. I see a younger version of myself in the puddle, holding a red umbrella beside someone I cannot fully remember. The water distorts the truth. She kneels beside the puddle, her hand hovering just above the water. "You promised you'd come back," she whispers, and the rain trembles in fear. The memory breaks open. I see her face beside mine in the reflection, alive, smiling, trusting, and then the storm swallowing her whole. I was the one who ran. I try to speak, but guilt fills my throat like rising water. She watches me with the patience of someone who waited too long to be remembered. "It wasn't your fault," she murmurs, though her trembling smile tells another story. "The rain chose me. The rain keeps what it loves." She steps closer, her cold hand brushes mine, but her touch carries a warmth I recognize from years before, one I thought the storm had erased. Her voice softens. "You don't have to run anymore."
and for the first time the rain falls straight down instead of circling us like a cage. But the puddles still reflect another truth. My reflection waits behind her, umbrella in hand, smiling with a hunger I don't understand. Akane doesn't see it. She reaches for me again, hopeful. But the reflection steps out of the puddle first, rising like a shadow made of rain.
The shadow that rose from the puddle drips with my stolen memories. Its smile stretches too wide, as if it learned joy from broken glass instead of a human heart. It mimics my breathing first, then my posture, then my trembling hands. It is no longer just a reflection. It is a version of me shaped by every fear I tried to bury. Akane finally turns. Her red eye widens, not in terror, but recognition. "You came back," she whispers, but she's speaking to the reflection, not me. Rain circles tightly around us, drawing a boundary I cannot cross. The reflection steps into her umbrella's glow, and the light embraces it as if welcoming something long lost. "Akane, wait!" I try to speak, but my voice fractures, scattering into rain like broken echoes. She doesn't hear me. She only hears the version of me she remembers. The reflection gently takes her hand, and she flinches at the cold, but doesn't pull away. I watch as she chooses the memory of me, not the man who survived without her. The cold hits me first, a numbness crawling up my arms, replacing bone with water. My reflection is stealing more than my face. It is stealing my place beside her. I try to step into the umbrella's glow, but the light rejects me. It bends like a living barrier, pushing me back with the force of a forgotten promise. Akane's smile fades as she notices my fading outline. "Why? Why are there two of you?" she whispers, rain trembling with her confusion and fear. The reflection leans closer to her ear, and it swirls with the harsh bite of jealousy. "Because he left you," it hisses, "but I never will." Its voice sounds like mine, but sharpened by guilt and loneliness. Akane steps back, torn between us, rain pulling her in two directions. I didn't want to disappear," she whispers. "I only wanted you to remember me." As she reaches toward me, the reflection grabs her wrist, pulling her back into the red glow. And for the first time, I understand. The rain didn't curse her, it cursed me. The red glow pulls Akane backward, as if the umbrella holds a breath that finally wants to exhale her. She looks at me with breaking eyes, torn between memory and the monster wearing my face. I shout her name, but my voice splinters, scattering like raindrops hitting glass. She reaches toward me with shaking fingers, yet her hand passes through mine as if I am already becoming a shadow. The reflection tilts its head with a cruel tenderness, mirroring the affection I once gave her. "He forgot you," it murmurs. "I never did." Its words echo in my skull like a lie carved in stone. Akane cries without sound. Her tears fall upward, pulled into the umbrella's underside like the sky is devouring her grief. The rain around us trembles, unsure which version of me to obey. I try to step closer, but the ground softens beneath my feet, turning to water. My legs sink, swallowed by the past I tried to outrun. Every failure becomes a current pulling me down. Akane screams my name, but her voice fractures into 3 layers, one pleading for me, one for the reflection, and one begging the storm to stop remembering us. The reflection wraps its arms around her, its body rippling like liquid glass. You belong to the rain, and he belongs to forgetting. Akane shakes her head violently. She tears herself free, stumbling toward me. For a moment her hand feels real, warm, desperate, and I feel the weight of every moment I abandoned in fear. But the reflection grows taller, towering like a storm cloud shaped into my silhouette. It reaches down and grabs her by the shoulder, pulling her back toward the crimson glow. The sky splits open with a roar, and rain falls sideways, forming a cage of water between us. Akane presses her hand against the shifting wall, her expression a mixture of love and terror. I didn't want to die alone, she whispers, her voice weaving through the storm. I waited for you. I waited so long the rain learned my name. The reflection steps forward, standing where I cannot reach. Let me keep her, it says, with my voice, stronger, steadier. And in its eyes, I see everything I abandoned staring back at me. Akane steps between us, shaking, torn in 2 directions. I don't want either of you to disappear, she whispers, her voice fragile as a raindrop balancing on a broken leaf. But the reflection only smiles, its watery face stretching wider. One of us must, it says, with my voice, distorted, echoing like a memory drowning. Rain remembers balance. Akane turns to me, tears mixing with the storm. If I choose you, will the rain let me stay? Her voice trembles with hope and heartbreak, caught between life and memory. I reach toward her, though my hand fades at the edges. I never meant to leave you. I was young. I was afraid. But I remember you now. I remember everything. The reflection snarls, the first true emotion it shows. The rain hardens into needles around it, forming a crown of stormlight. Memories are worthless unless you drowned in them with her. Akane gasps as the reflection grabs her hand, pulling her into the umbrella's glow again. The streets warp into spirals of red light. I'm tired of waiting. Someone choose. The rain freezes. Mid-air. Everything. Puddles. Clouds. Breath. Stands still. A voice older than storms whispers through the stillness. Choose what must remain. Akane looks at me, then at the reflection. Her eyes flicker with grief, love, and fear. The world begins to crack like old paint, revealing darkness beneath. If you stay, she whispers to me, I can move on. I can stop waiting. Her voice is soft, hopeful, yet it trembles with the pain of letting go. She turns to the reflection. But if you stay, I will never wake from this rain. The reflection's smile softens into something almost human, almost gentle. The umbrella's glow brightens, surrounding all three of us in red light. My body flickers like a candle and wind. The reflection solidifies, gaining weight, color, warmth. Akane steps forward, tears glimmering. I choose the one who faced the storm, not the one who hid in it. She reaches for me. Just as the reflection charges, screaming with all the rage of a life it was never allowed to live.
The reflection slams into us with the fury of a storm reborn. Akane's scream slices through the red glow, and the entire street shatters like wet glass beneath our feet. I grab her hand, pulling her away from the collapsing world. But the reflection grips the umbrella tightly, anchoring itself with a hunger that feels older than either of us. "Let go!" I shout, though my voice drowns in the roar of the awakening storm. The umbrella strains, its paper trembling, tearing, bleeding light through its seams. Akane's eyes widen as the umbrella splits open, revealing a swirling void inside, a storm trapped for years. "That's where I was. That's where the rain kept me," she whispers. The reflection pulls harder, desperate to drag her back into the red storm. "She belongs to memory," it howls. "You abandoned her. I held on." I pull her close, refusing to let go. "You held on because you were the part of me that never learned to lose," I say. "But she doesn't deserve to stay trapped in a storm." Akane's body flickers between solid and transparent. The void inside the torn umbrella pulses like a beating heart, drawing her in with the gravity of regret. She looks at me, trembling. "If I leave, if I choose to stay alive, will the rain forget me?" Her voice cracks, terrified of fading from the world again. Before I can answer, the reflection lunges, pressing its watery hands to her face. "You will never be forgotten as long as you belong to me." I shove it away, but my hands pass through its liquid skin. It rises again, taller, sharper, storm winds coiling around its limbs. "She chose you, but she needs me." The world buckles. Puddles rise into the air, forming floating mirrors of Akane's past. She watches her younger self being swallowed by the storm. Her knees collapse. "I don't want to go back." I lift her chin gently. "Then don't." And with every ounce of strength left in me, I grab the umbrella's torn frame and snap it in half. The storm screams, and the reflection begins to dissolve.